Hey YouTube, coming at you with the team that I used earlier in the season, and that is why I don't have the elo, because this was 3 weeks ago, and I was at like, I don't know, 23, 2400 back in there, but I'm at expert now. But it's a very straightforward team, not much explaining needed. Talonflame, Furret, Gastrodon, very balanced team. Talonflame weak to electric and water, Gastrodon can deal with those. Gastrodon weak to grass, Talonflame can deal with those. Furret is the stay swap. Um, Basically any sort of neutral matchup, I'm staying in with Shadow Talonflame and just incinerating and probably flame charging my way through. And I'm fine using I'm fine using the extra shield because Fret and Gastrodon on the back actually have some bulk. So mirror match right away. I go for the fly here. You can go either or. If it's a Shadow Talonflame, I'm more likely to go with the flame charge first to try to boost my attack. If it's a normal Talonflame, I'll just go straight fly. So get to the move again, throwing it. I do have a 14 attack Shadow Talonflame, which has been very helpful in these situations here where you have a mirror match. I can 100% shield in almost positive I'm going to win switch against a non-Shadow Talonflame because the likelihood... Cool. The likelihood that they have a Talonflame with a higher attack is quite low. But screw you, man. What do you know? I still make that play 10 times out of 10. I feel like that was more of like a game error than a than a losing CMP there. You're very, very, very unlikely to lose CMP with a 14 attack Pokemon often. So I do that 10 out of 10 times. It is a Cordelia in the back here. And I do get to the second Trailblaze, which is actually huge. And it looks like we CMP on that because this, I've already boosted once. This will take it to the deep red, while at the same time, it now puts it in Mud Slap range that I potentially can get to it before they get to the next Grass Knot. So I do get the slap. Ooh, looks like I was going to get the slap down. Can't tell whether they transferred that damage and have a move now. But we are going to find out as I am getting to a body slam. So it does not even matter. It's going to be CMP and throwing the body slam immediately. And it looks like they went for a fast move. Maybe they are one short. But I do have the body slam, which is enough to take out from this range. So Talonflame into... Okay, obviously they're going to get out. Double weak to fire, that would take like 1.5. Feraligatr comes in. Furret is the obvious answer because Shadow Claw is resisted. You could take a Hydro, and the Trailblaze is super effective. So this is just an easy matchup. Now, they've shield. I'll let one go, and I'll probably shield the second one because I definitely want to keep switch. Do I need to keep switch though? No. I have a Mud Slap user in the back that's water, and water resists the steel. So I could let it go and take that, but when I'm boosted here, the Swift will chip this to, I don't know, even if it only does 30%, which it seems to do more than that because holy smokes. It's 100% just one Scizor range. Gastrodon doesn't have an amazing matchup against the Azumarill because Body Slam is a bad move and Water Pulse is resisted. So I am 1,000,000% fine taking some bubbles there, knowing that it means that I will be able to just Mud Slap and Body Slam the rest of this. I could take charge moves. I'm not worried about that. So there's a play rough. I probably don't want to take a second one, so I'm going to throw this Body Slam, and I have back-to-back here, so I probably, if they shield, I'd just go back-to-back. I would be surprised if I didn't. That's fine. Get to the body slam. It's fine because one incinerate is going to take out what's left here. And more importantly, bullet punch is resisted, so they have to dump energy to take it out. Do come in, Night Slash, live with 1 HP, but that incinerate registers and takes them out. Gastrodon. Not the worst. So you can see I was like thinking about it there for a second. I do eventually get out, but I could have stayed in. We would have got to the Water Pulse Fly on the same move, and I could have gone fly there. But decided to come in with Furret, met with a Wigglytuff, going Trailblaze just because I know that this Swift will put on some pressure. They'll live. They'll probably let it go, and they'll probably charm down and come out with some energy. Ooh, they tried to charm down, but furret living that, and now they have to burn a shield, which is tough for them. Will come Talonflame because I just feel that the full Incinerate energy is worth it. Because they burnt a shield, it looks like I'm going to shield it and then instant swap because they definitely have a move here. But they come into Dene. I don't know about this throw. Like, Flame Charge is neutral and the Incinerates will add up. But when you have a Mud Ball, you might as well just like chip that. Like, save the energy. I feel like Talonflame's saving the energy there and coming in the Mud Boy. And then, like, worst case scenario, you can then dump that fly here or incinerate your way. I feel like that probably would have been a better combo. But shielding up a Water Pulse, knowing that if I can take this out, they're not going to be able to. I was going to say, they're going to have to get to Play Rough, and I don't even know if a Play Rough takes out from this range. But the Mud Slaps are going to add up. It does take out, but the Mud Slaps add up enough, and the Incinerate registers to take it out before they get to a charge move. Dusknoir, kind of a tricky one. Yeah, I'm throwing one and then getting out of here, just because they would outpace two. It only takes like, what, 12 to a Shadow Punch, and I really don't want to take a move from a Shadow Dusknoir. So I thought that one Incinerate to chip, get a little bit of energy, and then safe swap into your furret was better option. Letting the move go, it is a superpower, but I do live with a couple HPs, which means I'm going to flip switch here or grab a shield. They do shield. They've already thrown a superpower, so their attack is lowered. Still don't really want to take moves on Talonflame yet, so I think that's why I came in here. I know they have energy, so I think what you're seeing is an overfarm just because I know they have energy and I was going to lose CMP. And then at this point, I was just like, I'm just going to commit to the farm down. And Polion comes in. So although all my moves are resisted, the Mud Slaps are super effective. So that still does a ton of damage. Holy smokes. An insane amount of damage on that resisted Water Pulse. And with that, I can Mud Slap down after Body Slam, and now they're within a couple HP. So Shadow and Polion, a little glassy. I'm going to play this matchup out. And the reason I'm going to play this matchup out, as you can see, is that after 3 Incinerates, the Dedenne is basically at 50%. Fast move timing optimization is throw 1 Incinerate and then the move. When your Incinerate boost, or when your Flame Charge boosts them attack, I think it's probably worth just to not have optimal timing. The only problem is when you don't do optimal timing, they will get to a charge move coming up here. So I have to throw, or else they're going to get to a charge move. And if they shield, they're going to take me out. And the only concern is, and that's why I'm sniping here, they probably have an answer for Gastrodon. So I'd rather just keep the Talonflame alive, try to catch, try to snipe, getting to the Water Pulse. Again, not a ton of grass in this meta. And with Water Pulse, you have much better play against the Flyers here, as you're seeing. Water Pulse did over like 50% here, and this next one will take out. Nice throw. So they got to the payback Air Cutter before. Air Cutter should be enough to take out, but now they're dry on energy, so a couple Incinerates will take. Oh no, Air Cutter is 9. Air Cutter is so damn fast. That Incinerate does not register because they do take me out before. And now Credilli comes in. I do get to the Trailblaze, and I'll live one of their moves, but I think if they lower my attack, they're bulky enough that I won't be able to take them out with this second Trailblaze. Grass Knot means I could potentially take out here. Yeah, I'm really surprised they threw Grass Knot. I thought they would Rock Tomb because one Grass Knot's not going to take out, but Rock Tomb would lower your attack. Now that lets me take them out, and Dedenne has a move, so it does not matter. But yeah, in that scenario, if you are the Credilli, just throw double Rock Tomb. Talonflame. So the thing about these mirror matches is I'm going to win CMP. So going for the fly. I do win CMP because we both went for the charge move, as I would expect to win CMP with a 14 attack. So they throw their fly. You know, even if they do catch, I don't think it's worth holding back. I'd rather take switch if they're going to come into something like what resist fly? Rock, steel, and then I get my Gastrodon on it. So otherwise fly is going to be neutral. So I think you just throw the fly. Don't worry about the catch. And they caught on Wigglytuff. That's fine. Again, the only things that are really going to resist are the things that Gastrodon would be super effective with. Trying to bank a move there with that Incinerate, getting a couple more through there, and I think I have a fly bank there. They do Icy Wind me. It is a fair thorn in the back. Bullet Seed, although not a hard hitting move, it is when it's double super effective. Water Pulse is resisted. Mud Slaps are neutral, but I just have to throw a Body Slam here to chip. They're gonna have energy. Why would you throw? That's insane. So they're throwing a Power Whip, which is great because that just burns some energy. So come in here. They probably should be at like at least 2 here, but what are they doing? What are they doing? Now they overfarmed a bit. They probably had 2 moves. Swift is resisted, so not enough takeout. They probably should go back to back here. There's 1 Power Whip. Are they not at 2 moves? I mean, I don't count, but yeah, that seems like that does not seem like a right play. Ooh, yep. Okay, top left. Yep, okay. What do you do there? I don't, okay, here are the 3 options that you can play through with this one. I went into Gastrodon, met with a grass, but it's a half grass, half ground, so Water Pulse actually hit for a good chip, and I did flip switch. Flip switch for what though? So you have 2 options. You play through the Talonflame one, Incinerate's resisted, maybe you live one of their moves, get to a fly, and threaten. Furret Sucker Punch is resisted. You can come in and just try and out Swift. You're going to lose that matchup. Or you come Gastrodon in the hopes that they don't have a great answer to it. Now, there's not a lot of grass in the meta. I was met with one here. I'm now down 2 shields, trying to boost my attack. I don't know why. It does not matter too much here. Yeah, don't know if I don't think you can play it the way that I did. Maybe you can say I got unlucky here with the grass in the back, but yeah, this is looking like a top left. If I had to play this again, the problem is Dragon Tail is going to chip and they're going to outpace you too. So I have to catch here maybe. Is my only potential win con. I don't even think there's a win con. Yeah, they just like held back, waiting. Either held or the game screwed them up, but just waiting to make sure I didn't catch, because catch was their lose con, right? I don't know. I don't know what the right play is there. It's just a tough one that you just have to deal with. But Talonflame mirror match again. Again, I am winning all these mirror matches, not surprisingly with a 14 attack. The surprising one was when I didn't win, which I think was the game's fault, quite honestly. Getting to the next fly, and which means I'm going to outpace the next move here too. They're trying to commit to the Incinerate down, recognizing they're not going to get it. They have a lot of energy, and they're already boosted, so yeah, there's no way I'm letting this stay in here against my Furret and Gastrodon. And do get a fly off, which is fine. We'll instant swap here into the Gastrodon where Sucker Punch is not resisted like it would be on Furret. They have some energy for sure on the Talonflame. I don't really want to take a 2 play roughs or 2 moves play rough. Ooh, okay, now gives me a little more flexibility here. They went Hydro. You don't see many Hydros on those Pokemon. Hydro is a really hard hitting move, as you saw, but it does take more energy. which means that they luckily wouldn't get to a second move there that I'm able to farm down and chip the Credilli. Am I going to reset this before I throw here? Nope. There's a potential to like come in Talonflame and reset the attack lowering so that that would have maybe taken out. I'm going to try and catch here. I do catch there. I figured like it's either I need to reset or catch. Looks like I caught and reset at the same time. Talonflame comes in, but they are one Incinerate behind getting to the move. So just have the Swift right away, take that out. And now I should be able to Sucker Punch down before they get to a move. Yep. Flugaz, which should be, feels like an amazing lead, is not an amazing lead anymore. And that is why you're seeing me go 2 Incinerates and then trying to catch the water move on Furret. You know, no point of taking a Chilling Water, super effective on a fire Pokemon. Got a couple Incinerates, bank the energy. Furret's kind of a one that can just kind of spam its way through this matchup or just take some damage. Now they will lower my attack for the second time here. And these are adding up, so they may even get to a third here. And they do. But I think at this point that's fine because the damage is done. Although I had to sacrifice Furret, if I can get this off before they get the Chilling Water off, that'd be huge. I'm at 80 energy. Jellicent. I would not be surprised if I go 2 flies before I get into Gastrodon, just because Gastrodon doesn't have any charge moves. So yeah, I'm staying in this matchup. Mostly just because I need to chip this with Fly. Because Body Slam, Water Pulse are resisted. Oh, crap. Oh, and I need to throw a move here. Ah, Jesus. Boy. Okay, so I got Bubble Beamed, which lowers my attack. Now coming in here, and they don't seem to be in any rush to get out. Why would they? Because I have a Water Pokemon. And they catch it on the Talonflame. I guess seeing the win con as Jellicent for the Talonflame if they got a couple of hexes through. Yeah, just sacrificing it. But I am also at 2 moves. But if they... Ooh, that's a... Why would they throw that? Why would they throw the Shadow Ball over Surf? Oh, they don't have Surf. They have Bubble Beam. And they were trying to take me out. Right. They've already shown Bubble Beam. And Bubble Beam, although super effective, would not take out a Talonflame. So they tried to Shadow Ball me to take me out there. I have 2 flies, take them out. Altaria, oh god, Altaria. Furret, I have to? Yeah, I have no shot. So Furret has to come save swap. I honestly, yes, stay in, please. I don't have an answer for Altaria outside of Furret here. Mudslap resisted, Water Pulse resisted, Incinerate resisted. I could throw flies, but really I want to just stay in this matchup and chip as much as I can. Sky Attack, Altaria. Oh wait, Sky Attack is right. They do eventually come in Bastiodon, but you know, the switch times are very, very, very desynced, and you can see me trying to get out of there, get out, get out, get out. And with that desynced, and with the Stone Edge, Rock, Fire moveset here, this seems like a do not throw a move and come out with as much energy as you can. And that's exactly what's going to happen there. This is when the desynced switch clock really kills you. And then to come in with a Stunfisk instead of the Altaria is borderline insane. Okay. Coming in, it looks like maybe sacrificing. Sacrificing Stunfisk, hoping that Altaria can deal with the Talonflame Gastrodon, because they've got I've got 2 answers. Altaria is an answer for both Gastrodon and Talonflame, so maybe they're just thinking maybe my win con is that because my Fret's low already too, but I do have a Swift. But now they double shield, trying again. I think they're going too hard with the Altaria here. And they, yeah. I don't know if they're playing this correctly. I get the idea. You've seen my Talonflame, you've seen my Gastrodon, and my Fret's super low. So Altaria can just kind of deal with the other 2. But at the damage it was at, I don't think it could have, which is why you just got to be aware of like your damage in like the scenarios here. But I get it. When you're sitting in the back with a Galarian Stunfisk that is weak to fire and weak to ground and weak to water, like what are you to do besides sacrifice it and try and sweep with Altaria? So I get I get the idea of it. I just think because it was already chipped to like the yellow, like middle yellow at that, I think you're too low to try and run that. But otherwise, you're just going to get slapped and incinerate down. So kind of a tough one for my opponent there. Anyways, that is it. I will definitely showcase some more teams. I saw some submissions from earlier this season. I will go through those Great League submissions early in the week here, Wednesday, Thursday. And then we'll turn to some teams that I'm potentially running with on Friday onward. Link in the description if you want to submit. Great League is on 2 weeks in a row, so you can submit and potentially get showcased this week or next week. And next week's a weird one because next week's is Great League and Halloween Cup. So 2 good, strong leagues next week. So we'll see what we want to do next week. Maybe both. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.